Hello, my podcast people, and thank you for joining me for yet another episode of my favorite online business podcast. If you are tuning in, listening, watching on the day that it drops, it is Monday, December 29th. Welcome to the final episode of 2025. Final episode ever? Absolutely not. Who knows how long I'm going to keep this thing going. It's been 7 years, and we still going strong. Big shout out to my crew. Courtney, Joe, Lex, we're still doing it. So, not by no means the last episode, just of 2025. It would have been really cool to have hit 700 episodes, right around the same time. That'd be really dope, but we didn't. So whatever. December 29th, not even a full week in December, but the end of 2025. Welcome. Today we're talking about how apropos New Year's resolutions and whether or not they are bullshit. Or perhaps I should say whether or not I think they are bullshit. As always, please have and honor your own opinions about everything. Mainly talking about this, or I decided to have this as a topic because I wanted kind of a filler episode for this week. I'm like, it's this in-between time. I don't want you all to do any real deep thinking or any deep dive into business. Chill out. Let's have a relaxation moment, right? But I had a conversation with one of my favorite and most bestest clients about whether or not to launch something right now. And spoiler, it absolutely made sense for her to launch it. But it was top of mind. So I was like, you know what? Let's record a little episode about this. And let me share my 2 pennies on the matter. So before we get into that and talking about New Year's resolutions, life, business updates, any of those, what do I have? Like I said earlier, we're in that weird time of the year, affectionately referred to as your body turns into a sack of cheese time by Rachel Strickland, the one and only. So no, there's no real huge business updates because it's sack of cheese time. How good is cheese though? Side note, right? It's just the fucking best. But trying to get in some volleyball, but it's 1,000,000 foggy out, which is I'm fine with. It's very much marine layer though, because it does burn off, but it's extremely foggy. I was gonna put it in my stories today, and it just didn't do it justice. It is crazy foggy. It's been crazy foggy for a bit, but I don't care. It's fine. Started a new lifting cycle. Started it last week, and today I finished out the first the full week because I started in the middle of the week, and I had ChatGPT cook it up for me, and I'm excited about it. It's good. I had ChatGPT really do the whole thing, and then I was like, hey, wait a minute, what about this? Swap this. I'm thinking about this, but I like it. I'm excited about it. So doing that, I'm gonna try and hopefully take a day and get a handful of house projects done. I got that new impact driver. If you follow me on Instagram, then you see that. But I got a new impact driver a month ago. I don't know. Time is a flat circle. But I'm gonna put it to use. So I got some shelves I want to put up, some stuff. So I want to do that. Realistically, we need 2 months, right? We get a week, 2 weeks maybe, and it's realistically we need 2 months. But we'll see if I can get some of that stuff done. We're staying here for Christmas, so by the time you're listening to this, or when it drops, Christmas will have passed. But I'm recording this on Monday the 22nd, so Christmas hasn't come yet. But we are staying here, and I love that for us. Christmas isn't a big holiday for me and my family. My sister has the 2 young boys, but in general, Christmas is dope because it's my brother. I have 2 brothers. It's one of my brother's birthdays. And that's what it means to me. But the whole fucking gifts and all this shit and everyone's stressed out, ew. Immediately no. Ew. Thanksgiving, no. That's my fucking holiday. So we're staying here. We're chilling. I'm so fucking stoked about that. Hopefully we are able to go to the beach, something like that. We'll see. And then in next week's episode, I'll tell you what we did. But we did also, Lex and I didn't do any gifts, or we're not doing gifts. We spent $1 zillion this year on travel, and also we are adults that buy ourselves stuff when we want things. So there's not really much to get, and it's feels you can force something and be but it's also let's just, if you need something, buy it. But we'll hang out, make dinner, may have a great day. So I'm really excited about it. I'll tell you about it once it happens. But my birthday is coming. That's January 1st. Write it down. The big 4-1. So last year we did a big old blowout. It was the best. That party was the best party of my whole fucking life. This year it's chill because it's 41. Not that special. So maybe some volleyball. Maybe go to the beach. I don't know. We'll see. Either way, it's going to be chill. But the TLDR for all of that is that it's a slowdown period. And I am spending hella fucking time in the computer. Why? Because I'm teaching myself everything that I can and everything that my brain can absorb about coding and vibe coding and AI assisted coding, whatever you want to fucking call it. That is what I'm doing. And y'all know that I'm in that business pivot. I'm taking that business pivot. I'm making the business pivot. I'm still doing all the business coaching, things like that. But like AI has my heart and the possibilities that it's affording. But we know that AI is such a great like augmentation. I don't know what the word is. All right, it's a great way to augment things and as opposed to like replace things. And so I got to get some sort of coding foundation and like understanding. But AI allows you to learn it on your own time, in your own way, ask a million fucking questions, and be like, but I don't understand. Explain it a different way. Like, and I love it. I am loving it. My brain is like kind of broken every day. But I'm loving it. I'm trying to use this time, maximize this time to really do as much of that as I can before, it heads into more coaching heavy time of the year. But I'm really fucking excited about it, guys. I'm just really, really fucking excited about it. I know it's going to require big fucking learning, and that's the plan for 2026, right? Is it a New Year's resolution? No, it's my new identity. But that is a good segue into today's topic, which, real simple, are New Year's resolutions bullshit? No, they're not. Anything that is going to get people to get started on something, I'm fucking here for it. Y'all know one of my taglines is do the thing. More you. Do the thing. So get you started. Love this, right? What I will say is that in general, most folks are pretty bad at setting goals. I'm not a goal setter. I am sensitive, right? But I am excellent at knowing what I want and having that thing be 100% my own personal want. AKA, I don't want it because someone else told me I should or like I'm supposed to. I see that a lot, and then people stop because it's not theirs, right? It's a borrowed goals ain't the way. And I'm really good at being 100% realistic about everything surrounding it, like how long it will take, how good I can get at this thing. Like I just am a very like rational person, and I am very process oriented, not outcome oriented, which just makes it, in my opinion, makes it easier for me. Right? The example, if I dive back into coding. I'm not sitting here being like, I'm going to become a coder and build an app and make $1 zillion. Like, it's very outcome based. For me, it's more like I'm going to spend as much time as I possibly can and I realistically can and I am able to learning everything that I possibly can about coding and AI. What I do with that, what becomes of that, I don't know. We'll see. All right, but you see process, or for my Canadians, process oriented versus outcome oriented. So circling back to, this New Year's resolution topic, if it helps you to have a set starting date, a set starting time, amazing. Lean in. For me, I'm going to start that shit, whatever it is right now. I have that obsessive personality and I'm like, I got to do it. I got to do it right now. I got to buy all the things and like go all in. It's how I am. I'm going to start right now. But I totally understand and support starting on a set date. I totally get using a new calendar year as a clear jumping off point for your brain. Great. Fucking lean in. My guess is that perhaps as I am saying this, some of you are thinking about the whole diet starts on Monday, that whole like saying and phrase and approach to things. And to me, that saying is only is worthy of like the eye rolls that it garners if you don't stick to it and you keep saying it. Because I'm like, just shut up then, do something else. Like I don't want to hear it. Right? The disbelief, I don't believe that they're going to do it, or the exasperation that comes with hearing that phrase of diet starts on Monday or whatever starts on Monday, is that people don't stick to it, what they say they're going to do. Right? Again, because most people are pretty shit at setting goals. But for many folks, including you listening to this or watching this, there are likely a ton of things that you started one day and then just kept doing. Right? So there's no eye roll. There's like that thing started on Monday, and we can just look at that sentiment in a positive light. Like, yeah, it started on Monday, and you just fucking kept going forever. For me, volleyball is a perfect example. It started on a Saturday in like February. Jill told me to send this man $160. She's like, Venmo this man, and I was like, okay. And show up at the beach at 9 a.m. And I've been showing up and paying that man for almost 6 years now. And I show up twice a week now. And it just started on that day. Like literally, and it was not the next day. It was like a few days later. Do you want to go do this thing? All right, cool. Like volleyball starts on Saturday. Cool. and it has not stopped. So no, New Year's resolutions are not bullshit. And if you want to tie this, sentiment about New Year's resolutions into the genre for this podcast, which is online business, by all means, feel free to launch and sell and run things that coincide with the new year if it makes sense for you and your people. Right? But you got to message it accordingly, right? We know messaging is just storytelling, and for better or for worse, the best story wins. Hopefully, it's also a true story. But you're going to see, if you're like watching in the space, like even if you're not watching, you just fucking get shoved down your throat, but you're going to see people messaging things both ways of like, New Year's resolutions are bullshit. You're not going to keep with it. Or like messaging it the other way, which is like much more positive. But my suggestion, just fucking ignore them. Close your eyes and focus on your own shit and don't worry about what other people are saying. Right? What I will say, so worry about what I'm saying, if you care, right? What I will say is that in general, for anything and everything, it is easier to do certain things at certain times. We know this. This goes for anything and everything. So something to consider and to remember is that January 1st, great day, my birthday, if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, it's the fucking middle of winter. Like, by nature, we are not designed to be doing the most at that time. If you live in a warm place in the Northern Hemisphere, Florida, Southern California, which is, sometimes it still does get cold, but like, you're more likely to be doing things. But like, all the rest of you that live in these fucking cold ass places in the United States, like, bless you, stay inside. Immediately no. Right? If we look at nature, we see we are not designed, it's not intended for us to be doing the most in the middle of winter. Look at the bears. Look at the grass. Look at what they're doing. They're not doing the most right now. Spring, my friends, on the other hand, to quote the great Dr. J-Pop Jennifer Hutton, let's get it poppin'. Right? Spring, things are springing. Things are blooming. They're coming to life. So if historically in the spring, you've noticed an increased ease around starting things, around keeping things going, around launching, around, your prospective clients being more interested. Maybe your like I said, your launch is going better in the spring. We shouldn't be surprised. Right? So it's just something to keep in mind. If it makes sense to start something now, lean into it now, do that. Flip side, if we're looking at ease and nature and the rhythms of seasonality, the spring is really great for that, especially if, maybe the focus of your program, whenever you're trying to launch, really has like a continuation thing to it where you're like, I want people to keep doing this thing. Then it might be nicer to start in the spring or really push in the spring. But again, it is up to you, right? All that to say, no, New Year's resolutions are not bullshit. But I said I was going to keep this episode chill. I'm looking at the time. It's a little filler episode, so we're going to wrap it up. But real quickly, before we do that, my word for 2026. I told you all I would share it. So for those of you who don't know, at the end of each year, I choose a word that will serve as an anchor or a beacon or a North Star for the next year. I personally prefer that the word is a verb, but like to each their own. Do whatever you want. So to pick the word for me, it just falls into my head. Like literally, it's like imagine my skull just came open and it just falls into my head. That's how it's always happened. Different folks find their word different ways. All right, but that is how I find mine. This year, I had a feeling fall into my head, and I had to look up a word that matched it. And by look up, of course, I mean ask ChatGPT. And I found that the word that matched the feeling that I wanted, the feeling that I was having, right, it wasn't a verb. So I verbed it. I verbed the word. And my word for 2026 is tropize. So the standard word, the correct word, is tropism, which is a noun. Definition-wise, a tropism is a directional growth or turning movement of an organism, like a plant, in response to an external stimulus, such as light, gravity, or touch, where growth towards the stimulus is a positive tropism, and growth away from it is negative tropism. So for my word, tropize, I am internalizing it as grow towards what nourishes you. I'm stoked about this word. My 2025 word was root, and it served me very well. I have full faith that my 2026 word will do the same. And yes, they tie together. And to me, that's where the feeling came from. I was like, all right, 2025 was root. in all the ways that whatever that can mean. And I was like, now it's time to grow, but not just like grow for the fucking sake of growing. We're growing towards what nourishes you. And I'm excited. So I'm going to wrap it up there. Hit me up with your 2026 words. I would love to hear. Shout out to Beth, who already hit me up with hers. I love hearing these things. I'm also happy to hear your New Year's resolutions if you got them. Right? Because again, I do not think that they are bullshit. So a big thank you to all of you. And a big, big, big thank you to my team. Jojo, Courtney, Lex. They're just the fucking best. You guys are the fucking best. Shout out to all of you for another bomb-ass calendar year. I keep talking, y'all keep listening, and I am super grateful. All right, cheers to all that we did in 2025. Fuck Trump. You thought I was going to miss this episode? No, I'm not. Fuck Trump. Fuck the whole administration. Fuck everyone around that whole shit. They don't get no cheers. But for the rest of you, and the rest of all the things, cheers. And let's cheers to all that is to come in 2026. All right. I'm going to wrap it up there officially. Wrap it up there for the year, and I'll be back fucking next Monday. As always, endlessly, one more time, endlessly appreciative for every single one of you. Until next year, friends, Maestro out.